I was scammed by Michael. I volunteer at a free clinic in a church. He came in one Saturday morning. He looked kind of upset. He said that his wife had died from cancer and he was left with a 5-year-old daughter. He had just got a job, but he wasn't going to be paid till the following Friday, and his landlord would evict him if he could not pay on Monday. I thought, heavens, 6 days? No problem. He seemed like a nice guy, and it was a terrible story, and the weather was bad. I said, oh, I can lend you the money. I wrote Michael a check for $705. He said that he'd pay me back. It just didn't occur to me that this was all a lie. He seemed like somebody you could trust.
Well, Jane, thank you for being here. And you say you had no choice but to contact the police. And what happened when you did?
Well, they told me immediately that he was a chronic imposter.
Did you contact him?
Yeah, I did, because fortunately I had his telephone number because I didn't have the check when he first approached me, and I had to call him. And so I had his telephone number, and I called him and I told him I was going to take him to court on this. And well, I heard about the stroke and was in hospital.
So when you did confront him with this, he still came up with yet another lie.
Right, yes.
And then when you did say, I'm going to take you to court, he still didn't volunteer to give you the money back. He still resisted by making you take him to court.
Right, yes, yes.
So who is this Michael? Now, Michael admits that he pretended to be a Marine, but he says it was never about money. It was about your money, and is here today to repent and ask forgiveness for his past deceptions.
The reason I'm coming forward is to come clean, just to use the platform to be 100% Michael, not anybody else. I took advantage of people with a story about my apparent military background that did not exist. I have never served in the U.S. Marine Corps. I deceived people in the worst way possible. I took advantage of around 25 to 40 people, telling the story that I was a combat soldier in Iraq. I made a fake business card that said I was a sergeant in the Marine to kind of come across as more legitimate. And then when my dog died, I said that he was a service dog. People automatically assumed that he was a military service dog, and I just agreed with that term. I have told people before he got killed that I was in the military. Why? I simply don't know. I guess I wanted to leave an impression on my ex-girlfriend. I have told people that I am raising 2 children, which is incorrect. Once a lie was told, I covered up a lie with a lie and a lie and a lie. I am just shocked of the way it got out of hand. I'm absolutely ashamed of it. I turned myself in. I received a 6-month sentence. I wish I could turn back the time, because I've really hurt a lot of people, and I'm thinking about every one of them as we speak. I would love to apologize to each and every one of them. I'm truly sorry.
Okay, joining us via satellite is Michael, and he's joining us via satellite because he can't travel because he's on probation. So Michael, thank you for joining us. I'm glad that you're doing this.
How you doing, Dr. Phil?
I'm all right. Tell me why you wanted to have this conversation.
Because I truly believe that me coming forward is the only way being able to move forward in life.
Mm-hmm. Now, the things that you kind of made a list for efficiency's sake, the things that you admit that you have lied about is being a former Marine sergeant and helicopter pilot, 4 tours in Afghanistan and Iraq and being injured by an IED, owner of a bomb-sniffing military dog, having a wife that died of cancer, when in fact you were never married, having a wife that died in childbirth on July 4th, 2014. Those things you admit that are straight up lies, correct?
Yes, sir.
What's your explanation to yourself or to others, to me, about why you just started telling these lies?